Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys. Welcome back to another FEUERSCHWANZ reaction. And I'm going to do it with my older brother. He's actually checked out a couple songs from him already. He'd like the Warriors of the World United, the Manowar cover they did. We both liked it. We thought it was awesome.
Nice.
In many ways, I thought it was even better than the original.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool. What I wanted to do to begin this kind of reaction is to do a little fun experiment. Which one of us will pronounce the name of the song better? I think it's Untot im Drachenboot.
Untot im Drachenboot.
Guys, let us know which one of us said it better.
Yeah, we don't speak the language. Please forgive us, but it does sound like something Darth Vader would say.
Now, let's see what we got here. I liked every single song from these guys. They're really kind of don't take themselves too seriously, but kick-ass musicians.
I think I've only heard one song.
One song?
Yeah.
So even better for you, going to be kicking in.
And I don't remember it, I'll be frank.
I like the Skyrim horned outfit that they have on the thumbnail, so I'm already in
Anything
for it.
with Skyrim is good to go.
Let's do this.
Napalm Records.
Drachen aus Holz und Ziegeln, Krieger wild und verwegen, Valhall wartet auf jeden Mann. Nur wer stirbt auf dem Schlachtfeld, die Axt fest in der Hand hält. Doch was, wenn man nicht sterben kann? Auf in den Tod mit dem Drachenboot, auf in die stählerne See, und wir fahren über das Meer, gleich euch ein in unser Heer. Auf in die Gischt mit dem Drachenschiff, auf in die blutige See, und das Meer verwandt sich rot, unser Segel bringt den Tod.
I gotta say, the language, the German language sounds beautiful. I love the way it
beautiful.
sounds in metal and rock in general. It's such a misconception that German sounds harsh or it's not poetic. Well, it is one of the poetic languages.
One of the most poetic languages. It's beautiful. We as Russians appreciate it, but love it. I love the costumes.
Yeah.
I love how raw everybody looks. Extra points, like 2+ points to vitality for that dragon guitar. You saw the King's
yeah,
do that?
I love that.
Oh man, he
And
just earned some points there.
It looks like it's about Vikings. Even though they're Germans, it looks like it's
No,
about...
but it's mixture because the guy was wearing like European armor.
They purposely...
Yeah, they mix and match it. Yeah.
But I like it. I like the music. It's really fun. It's really catchy.
That's the word I had. Fun. It's just fun to listen to.
Let's go.
In dunklen Hafenspelunken hört man die Seemänner munkeln. Trauert dort draußen seit 1000 Jahren. Unser Schiff schnell und wendig, weder tot noch lebendig, verflucht zu ewiger Kaperfahrt. Auf in den Tod mit dem Drachenboot, auf in die stählerne See, und wir fahren übers Meer, gleich euch ein in unser Heer. Auf in die Gischt mit dem Drachenschiff, auf in die blutige See, und das Meer verwandt sich rot, unser Segel bringt den Tod, Untot im Drachenboot.
I'll make sure I rewind this little part so we don't miss it.
Yeah.
But it's very much for me. It's not necessarily a callback to like the bands of the 90s and 80s, but there's a spirit of them growing up with that music. For me personally, of that.
I know what you're talking about. The classic heavy metal bands.
Yes, the classic heavy metal bands with this flavor of like Turisas and Eluviete here, with extra instruments that they bring in, like the violin and the other string instrument. I don't know what the name of it is.
Yeah.
And kind of combining all the different voices, which I think they all bring something interesting vocally.
Yeah. And they don't overshadow one another. They sound very synchronous. I don't know why I was thinking of bands like Warlock that I talked about. Remember?
I'm not a big fan of Warlock.
I'm not a big fan either, but there's a couple of songs that I grew up with and I loved from that band.
Yeah.
They're not similar in stylistically, but it's tapping into that 80s like classic heavy metal bands that weren't too heavy or weren't too soft. Just the classic vintage heavy metal. That's what it sounds like. What did you think about all the shields spread around? They look like they're from different Skyrim Jarldoms. Like it has like this emblem and that emblem. Like, oh, that's a Skyrim video.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're just video game fans, and this is just kind of like almost Easter egg callbacks throughout the whole thing.
Like I want to know the factions in this video. What's happening?
Well, by the way, guys, if you guys know like the Easter eggs about this music video, let us know, because that'd be really cool to kind of find out.
Yeah.
We're both big gamers. We're both big nerds. We all love comic books,
RPGs,
like
D&D.
fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean, as a metalhead, how could you not? In terms of especially like fantasy,
It all works.
And this, from a fantasy perspective, I love it.
He was doing the shouts at one point. In the
Dragon
beginning.
shouts?
Yeah, he was doing the dragon shouts.
Auf in den Tod mit dem Drachenboot, auf in die Sterne der See, und wir fahren übers Meer, Reiter durchschneiden unser Heer. Auf in die Gischt mit dem Drachenschiff, auf in die blutige See, und das Meer verwandt sich rot, unser Segel bringt den Tod.
Yeah, this was awesome.
This was awesome.
Before I forget, you know what really, I feel like this wave of heavy metal was really brought onto the plank by Corpiclani, Fintroll, Eluvietti, those bands of 2000s that were really popular in the
Power
2000s.
metal, the folk metal bands.
Like kind of folky metal.
Yeah.
And these guys have actually been around
and
since
Safari.
2008. They've been around since 2008.
Maybe it was just didn't get to them.
It's just so much good music out there. It's impossible to get
You know what it
all
feels
of
like? Remember when we went to a Monomarth concert in New York?
Yeah.
There were songs where people were going into crazy mosh pits, obviously, Viking metal. This is the song. Remember when people sat down and just started rolling? This is the type of song where people would vibe to. There were a couple of other songs where people would mosh pit and go very energetic out there. This is the happy song. This is where people like raise their beer cups and have fun.
The one I mentioned, I think, right after the camera died was Ailstorm.
Yeah.
Ailstorm has less mosh pits, has more this camaraderie of people getting together and kind of just hand over shoulder, swaying side to side.
Yeah, people have a lot of fun time.
environment. Yeah. But on that note, guys, we would like to let you know, ask kind of the question from you guys. First of all, from these types of bands, do you have a favorite? Is it FEUERSCHWANZ? How do you feel about Corpiclani, Fintroll?
Yeah.
All these bands in the same genre. And if you could give other recommendations for this band, I've only got a few, which is surprising despite how good these songs are. As a matter of fact, it was one of the top charting albums. The album came out last year.
Nice.
It was one of the top charting albums of the year. So it kind of gives you a hint of how much people really like it.
I kind of fell off after Ensiferum's last couple of albums, which for me, they were sort of hits or miss, but I'm a huge fan of the band. I sort of want to revisit and get back on that horse of, these folk metal bands, which were huge in a particular decade, I would say, and just they brought a lot to the table. I think it's time for me to return. After this song especially, it's just so fun.
Exactly, I agree. And guys, to make sure, take care of yourselves. Have a good one and keep it metal.
May the force be with you.
May the force be with you.